Make dua like the Prophet taught us, and with one voice let's all say Barakallahu lakuma wa baraka alaykuma wa jama'a baynakuma fi khair. Barakallahu lakuma wa baraka alaykuma wa jama'a baynakuma fi khair.
As precious as children are to parents, they could also be causes of agony in this life and in the hereafter if they are not properly trained. Giving a Muslim child only Western education is like building a one-footed player who sits on reserve bench for long. Qiblah Schools Ibadan is capable of giving your child a sound Western and Islamic education with emphasis on art-based, science and technology courses. Even vocational training like sewing, soap making, tie and dye are not left out. With a well-stocked library and computer room, our students are ever prepared for all external examinations. Come rain, come shine. Buses are available for their movement as well as modern sporting facilities. Yet the teaching of Quran and Sunnah to Rasulullah is never compromised. See our seasoned tutors as they impact knowledge in these children with the fear of Allah. The excellent performance of our students at all external examinations and competitions is a testimony of our diligence and the favor of Allah on us. Qiblah Primary School and Qiblah High School are located side by side at plots 2 to 5 Ibadan Southwest Multipurpose Scheme near Aleshiloye Market, Ibadan. Telephone 0805-272-5253 or 0803-313-2027. Qiblah Schools, we set the pace.
Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsan wa da'a bi da'watihim ila yawmiddin wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your program, Message from Qiblah Schools, sponsored by Qiblah Schools. This morning, we shall continue the topic we started yesterday morning, building a virile home. We have highlighted the importance Islam has accorded the home. We have also talked about the people that make up the home. That is the husband and wife. In building an Islamic home, it is very germane for the couple to select well. Having selected well, they are now expected to be up to their duties that Allah Ta'ala has put on their neck. To the husband, Allah has ordered the husband to spend on his wife. In doing so, he will be considered in the sight of Allah as a leader at home. In the Noble Quran, Allah Ta'ala says, وَعَلَى لِمَوْلُودِ لَهُ رِزْقُهُنَّ وَكِسْوَتُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. It is made compulsory upon the father of children to provide for them whatever they need and their clothing. Allah makes it compulsory upon Alimuludi Lahu, the father of children, their provisions and their clothing. Allah has made it compulsory upon the husband. This is the reason why a man is made a leader at home. If this reason is not fulfilled by a man, he is not qualified to be a husband at home. That is, he is not qualified to be a leader of home. In another chapter, Surah An-Nisa to be precise, verse 34, Allah Ta'ala says, Ar-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa bima fadallahu ba'dahum 'ala ba'd wa bima anfaqu min amwalihim. Men are the leaders upon women because Allah has made some people superior to some, and because of their wealth they spend on their wives. And Imam al-Qurtubi, in his tafsir, when explaining this verse, he says, Mata ajiza as-zawju an nafaqati zawjihi lam yakun qawaman alayha fa iza lam yakun qawaman alayha kana la fasakhu li aqdi li zawaji al-maqsudi alladhi shuriya li ajlihi an-nikah. Imam al-Qurtubi says the reason why a man is made a leader is because of the wealth that he spends on his wife. When this reason is defeated, that is, when the man does not fulfill this reason, he is not a husband and is not worthy of being a leader over the woman at home. And the woman is given the chance to demand divorce from her husband because the husband has failed to fulfill the purpose of his leadership. One of the companions of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam once asked him, Ya Rasulullah, ma haqqu zawjati adina alayhi? What is the responsibility of each one of us towards our wives? The Prophet responded, and tut'imaha iza ta'int wa taksuha iza kasawt. Your responsibility toward your wife is to feed her when you feed yourself, and to clothe her when you clothe yourself. Therefore, Islam made it part of our responsibility to provide the needs of our wives. In doing so, we are maintaining the leadership that Allah Ta'ala has accorded us, the husbands, as leaders over our wives. Another responsibility is ta'limuha dinaha, is to teach our wife about our religion. There are some rules and regulations only peculiar to women that they may not know until they get married. The husband is expected as a leader at home to impart in them those rules and regulations, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'iyatihi wa rajulun ra'in fi ahli baytihi wa huwa mas'ulun anhu. The Prophet said, all of you are leaders. The man is a leader at home over his wife, and he'll be queried by Allah on the day of judgment regarding his wife. One of the major things a man will be queried about is the religious affairs of his wife. In Surah Al-Tahrim, Allah Ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu ku anfusakum wa alaykumun nar waquduha an-nas wal ijara. O you believers, protect yourselves and your families from hell, whose fuel is people and stones. The scholars of Al-Islam have said protecting ourselves is to follow the commandment of Allah, and protecting our families is to guide our wife and children towards fulfilling their duties towards Almighty Allah. To the women, we are also leaders at home in our various houses, because in the quoted hadith, the Prophet further says, وَلِمَرْيَةُ رَائِيَةٌ فِي بَيْتِ زَوْجِهَا وَهِيَ مَسْئُولَةٌ عَنْهَا وَلِمَرْيَةُ ra'iyatun fi bawti zawjiha wa hiya mas'ulatun anha. The woman is also a leader at home, and she will be questioned about what she controls. As a good woman, you have to follow the commandments of Allah and of your husband. Because in one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ was reported to have said, "Iza salati al-mar'atu salataha wa sawmati siyamaha wa ta'ati zawjaha qila laha yawm al-qiyamah udkhuli min ayyi abwab al-jannati shi'ti." The Prophet said, when a woman observes Salat 5 times a day at their fixed times and observes Siyam in Ramadan and follows the commandments of her husband, she will be allowed to enter through any of the doors of paradise on the day of judgment. She will be told, enter the paradise through whichever door you like to enter. Because of what? She obeys Allah. She observes 5 salawat daily. She observes fasting in the month of Ramadan, and she follows the commandment of her spouse. If the couple follow all the mentioned guidelines, surely they will build a virile Islamic home. May Allah Ta'ala make it understandable more than the way it was presented. Subhanaka bi amdik, shara la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Tí mo bá kàwé mi, bàtà mi á tún kó ká.
tá a bá kàwé tá a fi tọlọ́run síwájú ní bàtà kókó kàífi rọ́ni lọ́rùn ẹsẹ̀ káfọmọlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àlùkùránì àtẹ̀kọ́ ìwé tó yanrantí lọ́mọ fi lè ṣàṣeyọrí láyé tí ó sì tún jèrè ní àlẹ́ àhírà bá a kúkú fẹgbẹ̀rún pàǹṣàgùnmu àtìlẹ́yìn ẹ̀kọ́ gbóná ni tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n júwe Qiblah schools Ìbàdàn fún yín ilé ìwé akéwù kàwé ṣe súnà tó ṣàrọ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ Qiblah primary school láti ń fohùn èlò ẹ̀kọ́ òde òní kọ́mọ ohun ìṣeré lóríṣiríṣi tí mọ́mọdé jẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé ìwé lójoojúmọ́ àtàwọn olùkọ́ bí òbí lọ́lọ́run àálà fi jíǹkì wà ti Qiblah high school yìí gan tún wọ ìyàmì ẹ̀kọ́ ìmọ̀ sáyẹ́ǹsì ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ technology tó ń ti ṣe ọwọ́ vocational studies lọ́bí ń káwọn ọmọ wa bí wọ́n ṣe ń kéwù ni wọ́n ń kàwé kódà àtúnkọ́ wọn lẹ́sìn ní tìlànà Allah wa rasulihi ọkọ̀ ń bẹ ní sẹpẹ́tà fi ń káwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àyíká wa àrímọ́ lè lọ ni àṣeyọrí àwọn ọmọ wa níbi èsì ìdánwò àṣejáde gbogbo ó ń lẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi sọ ìtẹ́pámọ́ṣẹ́ àtàánú ọlọ́run àálà lórí wa Qiblah schools wà ní plot 2, 3, 4 and 5 Ìbàdàn South West multi-purpose scheme nítòsí ọjà alẹ́sìnlọ́yà Ìbàdàn tẹlifóònù 0805-272-5253 àti 0803-313-2027 Qiblah schools ìwájú lójúgùn gbé.
Hands and make dua like the Prophet taught us. And with one voice, let's all say, la